Hey guys, welcome to Kabash again. If you see my previous video, I have shown you guys that I have my hands on the latest wave of Black series, and I'm going to split it in a couple of videos to go more in depth with the figures that people really want to see. So basically, in this case, you see I'll split it up. Basically, today I'm going to review the Mandalorian, Boba Fett and Tython, and Fennec Shand, which is in the Book of Boba Fett packaging, which is very exciting. So, in terms of Fennec Shand, I don't think the official images has been released yet, but so this is the box art in here. And this is the back description. So it says an assassin and elite mercenary who has worked for the top syndicates. Clever, capable, and cunning, she is a formidable opponent. All right. And there is Boba Fett, my favorite character since the original trilogy. I'll open it up and show you the accessories, but there's a portrait of Temuera Morrison, and then once regarded as one of the most fearsome and capable bounty hunters in the galaxy, Boba Fett seemingly met his demise in the Sarlacc pit on Tatooine. A survivor to his core, Fett lived to fight another day. Right? Just a quick word about these characters. When the Mandalorian showed Fennec Shand the first season, I wasn't really impressed with that episode. The acting is kind of wooden, and I think she looks cool, but then on the second season, I really start to like her, especially the way they kind of expanded her in the Bad Batch. And man, that action sequence scene in the second season when she did the 180 no-scope jumping no-scope, that was absolutely amazing. And Ming-Na Wen, the actress who plays her, man, like I looked it up, she's actually 57 years old, and you know, it's yeah, I don't know what she eats or whatever, what's her regimen, but you know, for 57 years old dude. Anyways, but so big shout out to you, sister. So Boba Fett, when the prequels came out and they tried to expand on Boba Fett, at first I thought, like, why do you want to do that, you know? Because it's such a great character in original trilogies. I know he died like a bitch, but you know, it's just such a great mysterious character. But as the years go by, and especially because how I love clones right now, I just thought it was pretty damn cool how they kind of tied everything back to the clones, and how he's the original unaltered clone of Jango Fett. And Temuera Morrison, he is a really charismatic actor. So I just love it right now. So anyways, let me unpack it and I'll show you what's on the inside. Okay, so this is the figures out the package. As you could see, there's a height differentiation between Boba and Fennec Shand. So basically I'm just going to really quickly go over what the figure comes with. This is Fennec Shand. In detail, her likeness to the actress is really good, as you could expect. The skirt is basically made out of soft rubber. It might inhibit the articulation a little bit, but overall it's a beautiful piece. Especially, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but they have these striations on there, and it just looks fantastic. She comes with her rifle, and strangely, understandably, the rifle actually, the strap is sculpted to the way it rests on her. So you see it later on. The helmet is really cool. It's nicely done There's no weathering on it. Well, there's a little bit on it, but you know, I mean, you guys know me. When I do weathering, I like to go a little bit more extreme. But I like the way it looks. It actually comes in color separation, so it comes in 2 pieces, right? So if you look at it, see the insides and stuff. Later on, I'll show you when you put these on. This is actually quite a tight fit. So if you put it on, you actually need to pry the thing open again, the opening open again. It's not hinged, but it's something that you have to do. I'll show it later. You know what I'm talking about later. Her hair is actually permanently, well, you can move it off to the side, but the natural position is to do it like this. And so this is a Fennec Shand. Again, I'll give you a nice view of this. The other figures, and funny, these figures all have trouble standing. I don't know why. I mean, Boba Fett, as you could see, has soft goods. I'm kind of on the fence about soft goods all the time. I just feel that sometimes they just look kind of puffy. In this particular instance, it looks okay. It just, of course, like it's not perfect the way it stands, but it's better than, say, the recent Rex release. That soft good was a bit of a disaster around the hood. They really cheaped it out. So you could see the face sculpt over here. That was really did a great job. He didn't look as scarred as he did on the show. And I'm sure some people is going to be disappointed in it, which I can understand. I personally think it's fine, but and of course, you know, there are some pictures floating around the internet of what happens when he takes his robe off. I'm not going to do that, but just to show you, this thing, the inside is done pretty well. It's got these over here. There is a pistol over here. So he comes with a pistol that gets holstered in here, which is good. Then, here's the back over here. So it's a whole figure in here. And if you guys could kind of remember in the show, actually, if I remember correctly, this strap, the side strap, actually shows up outside of the soft goods. But in this case, I could kind of imagine what a pain in the butt it will be to do that and get that soft piece of plastic over it. It's going to be a whole pain in the butt. So they just decided just to have this thing drape all completely over it. So it's not 100% screen accurate, but I still like this figure. Yeah, see? That's what happens with soft goods. It just looks so puffy. Anyways. All right, then he comes with his rifle. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, the straps are molded so that you could actually be able to, well, this moves, and then you could actually be able to kind of just slip it over there. I'll show you later. The only criticism I have of this is that this looks very fragile. So keep it away from your kids and dogs. And then there's a gaffy stick, the bane of all stormtroopers. This thing is, so basically, it's got this thing around here. Again, I think it's to strap it on his shoulder, over his shoulder. So here is Boba Fett for you. I don't want your armor, I want my armor. I love it when he says that. I just love the fact that Temuera Morrison brings the whole Maori aspect to Boba Fett, to expand on it further and stuff. It's quite interesting how New Zealand, being geographically where the filming takes place for the movie studios, that they source actors locally, and I just love it. So anyways, so on to the next section. So for this section, I'm going to show you the articulation, right? I'm not very good at doing this, so forgive me, but this thing could basically, there's nothing unexpected. It can't go all the way up that far or down, but it's still doable. You know, if you want her to lie down and do the shooting, like lying down, like the way she had in one episode in Tython, I guess you're out of luck. But other than that, it's quite decent. These things are soft plastic, and it's beautiful the way they kind of just mix everything molded. I don't think there's butterfly joints in here, and even if they have, probably can't move that much. You obviously when you go up over here, you start running into some trouble. But if you want it to go like this, it's fine. Same for the other parts, and there's no surprises, right? Over here. Then the articulation here, again, no surprises, but then the knees over here, you can't really show. The knees are actually not. You could bend on about 90 degrees, and then the leg, the foot, right? Not the most flexible figure, and especially with the skirt, you might run into some trouble. But nonetheless, it's an absolutely beautiful figure, and some of the poses, at least the static poses you have with it, it looks pretty cool. The helmet. Okay, so the helmet, right, is a bit of a tight fit because this is actually a pretty small helmet, and it comes down, flutes down over here. So you gotta kind of pry it open, and then you just kind of shove it in there. See? And once you shove it in there, because of this action of this friction, this thing just closes off. So you kind of got to pry your hands into there and kind of open it. And even if you do that, you kind of have to so if you look at it, you kind of see her, you kind of see her eyes through it, which is fine, which is good, right? I'm probably gonna leave it on like this, but some of the static poses you have for the rifle, it looks really cool. And then you just go like this, strap it on here, and there you go. There is Fennec. I like the proportion of it. You know, the helmet looks like it's a helmet on somebody's head, and it's just an absolutely beautiful figure. Okay, so next, Boba Fett. Boba Fett. So, Boba Fett, as I showed you before, previously, well, I mean, let's go with articulation. Again, I don't think there's a butterfly joint over here. I might be mistaken, but it isn't like a little bit, it's not like the most posable figure, and it can't do the Rex arms where you completely fold it up. It goes about 90 degrees over here, right? And then there's no other surprises. The head, again, it's limited motion. You can't do completely up, but it's still doable. You could do just kind of the most basic poses with it. So the legs over here, even though they articulate the hard soft good, the hard cloth, or whatever you call it. So it's interesting how they do the knees over here, because take a look at this. Okay, you can get a better view. So at first, for a moment, I thought that you can't articulate the knees, and then all of a sudden you see here, this seam over here, this is a separate piece. So you could get a 90 degrees out of this, and that's pretty cool. But other than that, you can't get you can't kick, you know, as Foosh always says, kick your own butt. You can't do that. Then there's the soft plastic over here, and that seems like it wouldn't get in the way. And all the color separation done over here is very, very nice. And the way I usually do it is, this is the rifle, this is the blaster, right? And let me just put it in. It's serviceable. I'm probably not going to take it out again, because this thing looks like it's going to snap any moment. And that's I'm a bit worried about that. But other than that, stay down, man. Here we go. There you go. And then what you do is then you take the rifle, again, slip it up over here, and I just do it so that, hoping that would keep this part down, because it keeps coming up. And then you probably be either holding a gaffy stick, or you obligatory figure drop. There you go. That's going to be, I'm going to have a compilation once of all my figure drops. Here you go. And then the gaffy stick, I'm probably going to have them holding a gaffy stick like that, and that's how I'm going to pose it. Yeah. There you go. I don't want your armor, I want my armor. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So just to kind of show you in detail again, that's how Fennec looks. Again, I really hope that you guys get it soon. And as I said in my previous video, most likely you guys would get this definitely after Thanksgiving and before Christmas, because there's absolutely no way that American big box stores would tolerate something like this coming after Christmas. And there's also, as I said, I've had the artillery stormtrooper before that. I'm the first one to post it on YouTube, and also Imperial Crosshair. In both of those cases, it starts popping up in other countries about a month and a half later. So I really hope you guys get this soon, because they're great figures. And that's pretty much it.